Hey folks, I hope you're doing well and having a great week. We're continuing our series looking at Don't Make History, Change the Future. And last time we talked about the importance of running your race, not be crippled by comparison, but embracing your own plan and purpose and destiny from God and running with that. The world needs you to take your place. But not only, number one, do we need to run our race, number two, we need to run our race well. We need to be great examples for those who we're passing our faith and life on to. Remember, all of this is rooted in that baton-carrying marathon relay challenge of Paul to Timothy in 2 Timothy 2:2. You have heard me teach things that have been confirmed by many reliable witnesses. Now teach these truths to other trustworthy people who will be able to pass them on to others. That's our responsibility if we're going to change the future, to become baton-passing, marathon relay kind of people, running our race, which is what we talked about last time, and today, running it well. There's a well-known leadership mantra about the development of other people, that you want your ceiling to become their floor. The essence of that statement is about saying that basically the heights that you achieve and the most that you achieve would become the starting point for those who follow you. That is a great mantra. That is a great goal. But here's the thing. We need to make sure we set the highest ceiling possible, that we need to be the best possible examples that we can be in running our race. We need to be people who open up new doorways and new opportunities for the generation who come through behind us so that they can go further and do things we'd never achieved. It's like the famous story of Sir Edmund Hillary, who became the first man to scale Everest. People said you can't do it, but he did. And ever since then, loads of other people have scaled that mountain too. It's like people saying you can't run a mile in 4 minutes or less. And yet in the mid-50s, Roger Bannister did exactly that. And within 30 or 40 days, someone had done it again, and many people ever since. They broke through a wall, they broke through a barrier, they set a very high ceiling, they ran their race really well. They were great examples, role models, and people then went much further than them. God is looking for us to be the Roger Bannisters, to be the Edmund Hillarys, who will set a new standard, who will role model a great example, who will create opportunities that weren't there before for those who follow us. That is our responsibility as we seek to run our race well. One of the tragedies today is that so many young people, when you speak to them and if you ask them about what they think about faith or Christianity or church or Jesus, their answer is, it's boring. How has that happened? And the reason it's happened, if we're honest, is because that is what we've modeled to them. We've not modeled a radical, adventurous, gutsy, rugged, courageous faith, which is the kind of faith that Jesus demonstrated. We need to run our race well and show this rising generation what it really means to live a radical life for Jesus Christ. And please hear me, this doesn't mean that we're perfect. It doesn't mean that we get everything all together and that we're all sorted. It doesn't mean that we'll never fail. But in our failure and in our sorrow and in our pain and in our struggle, we are real about those things, but we're also real about the God who's with us in those things, and that our faith shows and demonstrates that we believe He'll get us through those things. This is not about perfection, it's about reality, it's about struggle, and it's about success, being the very best. If we're going to be people who don't make history, we change the future, we need to run our race, and we need to run it really well as role models to the generation who are to come. And we'll think about them next time.